was a team that probably was a little bit tired because they had a previous game at University of Houston. But what we took away from that game, one, we knew that they would be an opponent that would feel like they could come into the Montane and have some success, having beaten us a year ago at Rio Grande Valley. But what we took from that game, how important it is to get off to a good start. We played with a lot of energy, a lot of pop. Our offense was very efficient, and we've got to continue to have that same type of focus going into the Idaho State game. So what we picked up, we also had good balanced scoring. There's a combination of things that led to victory. And we've got to do those same things that we did at Rio Grande Valley against Idaho State to get to the winner's circle. Well, Idaho State is very similar to Rio Grande Valley in terms of their defense. They run a matchup zone, and we feel like we've seen pretty much every defense thus far. And three of those, the schools that we played previously, have run the matchup zone. Idaho State run the same defense. They got a little different slide to it. But as long as we run our offense effectively and knock down some shots, that's the key for us. And against any defense, you got to make shots. Bottom line, the ball's got to go through the hole. But Idaho State is very, very disciplined on the offensive end. They run an open post motion while they spread you out and wait for the defense to make the mistake, and then they back cut you. They've got two very good guards in Tailfire and Bay that we've definitely got to contain and control. If not, we could be in for a long night. Bay average about 18 points, and Tailfire average about about 17 points. They average around 18 points. They're very good players, and they're the two guys to make them go. So we've got to do a good job on those two as well as contain the other guys. Well, anytime you come off a win, obviously that gives you a psychological boost. So we came in the next day, had a very good practice, and the attitudes are definitely where it needs to be. But again, every new game is a new riddle to be solved. So we can't ever get too high after a victory, but we certainly can't get too low after a loss. We've got to have a good balance and stay focused on the matter at hand, which is Idaho State. Well, you know, college basketball has so much parity. It's not that much of an advantage to play at home, except for you got your home fans. If they're rowdy, that gives you somewhat of a home court advantage. But you've got to be able to play regardless of who you play, whether it's at home or you're on the road. You got to stay focused, locked in, because there's a combination of layers of things that you have to get through when you prepare for a game. Your preparation is big, but your players have got to be disciplined throughout the process. And so being at home is good. You're having your fans right there for you. But our players have got to do their part, regardless of whether we're on the road or at home. They got to pay attention to the scouting report. They can't get distracted from some of the outside thing that goes on in their world. And when we get on the court, the game starts at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. We got to start at that time and make sure that we get off to a good start. That way we don't give our opponent any kind of confidence in thinking that they can beat us. Well, we need our community as well as our students to come out to these games. It's very important. They play a big key to our success, and we need them. With them and with this team, we can be strong together.